Handling risk. There are a number of ways that individuals can handle risk. So let's talk about those. The first one is avoidance. For example, you are afraid that you might die in a car accident, so you avoid learning how to drive. You don't want to drive a car. You're afraid that it's going to happen to you. So you avoid that risk totally by not ever driving a car yourself. So you could never be responsible for having an accident. That's avoiding it. Another form of handling risk is retention. Retention is another way of saying self-insuring, meaning you do not have insurance, you don't buy any kind of coverage, and you shoulder the burden of all of that risk yourself. You don't take out insurance and transfer risk to the insurance company. You're responsible yourself. That is retention or self-insuring. Another way of handling risk is by sharing. Sharing is similar to transferring, but a lot of it has to do with how an insurance company is actually structured. So some members of certain types of insurance providers, people who have policies with certain kinds of insurance providers, they're said to share in the risk of the group. It's just kind of more terminology than anyway, but just be aware that sharing is a little different from transferring, okay? The next way to handle risk is reduction. Think of it this way. You can reduce your risk. Let's say you're a smoker and you stop smoking. You're reducing your health risks, right? You're overweight, so you go on a diet program. You start exercising, things like that. You're reducing the exposure to the different risks that are out there. That is a choice. You can do that. You can improve your situation. Okay? That's reducing or reduction of risk. The last choice for handling risk is to transfer it. That's what you do with insurance. You transfer the risk or burden of financial loss, for example, to the insurance company, so you don't have to shoulder it all yourself. That's the great definition, a simple definition for all insurance. You are transferring the risk from the insured to the insurance company. You pay them a premium, and the insurance company is contractually obligated to pay a claim as long as the policy is in good order. There are 5 different elements that make up an insurable risk. So we're going to talk about those right now. The first one, risk has to be due to chance, meaning it's accidental. It's not premeditated. It's not intended or intentional. It has to be random. It has to be by chance, okay? To be an insurable risk, the risk has to be definite and measurable, as well as statistically predictable. That is what actuaries do on behalf of the insurance company. They look at a proposed insured and all the information they provide. They do statistically compare that person to all the other risks that they currently cover. Does the person fit within the company parameters? And can they statistically prove that this person should have this kind of premium based on the risks that they represent? There is a method to all of this for ascertaining the proper risk that any one individual presents to an insurance company. Another element of insurable risk is that the risk can't be catastrophic. Of course, what insurance company would want to insure a situation, a person that presents so much risk that the insurance company could be put at risk for becoming overextended if they have a huge catastrophic claim to pay? So again, that's something that is taken into consideration. Remember, insurance companies are businesses, and they need to be profitable as well, and they want to make sure that the risks that they're accepting are appropriate for the company and not going to present a catastrophic claim at some point in the future. Another element of insurable risk is that the risk has to be randomly selected. Again, it cannot be intentional. It can't be premeditated. It's going to randomly hit someone sometime, perhaps in the group, right? So random is a key word there. And they always want a large loss exposure, which is what you as an individual gain by taking out insurance with an insurance company that covers a large number of people. They work off of the law of large numbers. The larger the group, the more accurately the actuaries can statistically figure out the kinds of losses this person or risk presents to the company. So again, randomly selected and a large loss exposure.